What's going on, everybody? All right, here we go. A new thrifting haul pickup video, and I'm going to make this on the fly with you. So how about that? No pre-planning here. So I stopped by a local thrift store on the way home, and I spent $98.50 on 43 items. Averaging item is $2.29 per item. All right, we're going to start. I got a stack of CDs. I'm not going to show you all of them. A lot of them is going to be for me because I'm starting to rebuild my CD collection. But I am going to show you one thing to look for on a CD that I did not show in one of my past videos on what to look for in CDs. Whenever you see a CD, a lot of you probably know the band Heart. And the inserts are water damaged on this, but that's not, it's going to affect the value, but let me show you why I bought it. Now, if you flip it over, you notice something's missing. There's no barcode on the back. To me, I know that's instant meaning, especially as old as this album is that that's an old pressing, maybe even a first pressing of the CD, being that there is no barcode on it. So when I open it up, I expected to see Made in Japan on the disc, and that's exactly what I saw. So if you look right there, trying to get in a good spot. I don't know if it's coming in very well. Made in Japan. Now if you get a CD, find a CD and it says Made in Japan, grab it. That is the older pressings, because in the early 80s, when CDs started being pressed, it was done in Japan. There's also West Germany. So if you see them with West Germany too, there are collectors out there looking for Made in Japan on the disc, and also Made in W Germany, West Germany. So that's something to keep an eye out for when you're doing CDs. So let's get into what we picked up today. And I picked up a plethora of stuff. So let's see how good I did. Got a pair of Nike Air Max here. Little brown suede looking. Let's see what these puppies go for. Now when you're looking up shoes, Nikes that is, or Jordans, there's going to be a 9-digit code. If you type that code in with the dash, you will get the item. Now the first 6 digits, 943747, is the style number. That is the Air Max. It would be a youth. Yep, youth Air Max. And then the last three digits are going to be the color way of the shoe. That would be the bronze. It's called wheat bronze. So new, these are selling for about 60 bucks. Let's see, used. A pre-owned one sold for $26.95. Size 5, and it looks like it don't have as much creasing on it. So my guess would probably be about $20 to $22 I will get out of this. My average cost for items were $2.29. So first score, I already made back $20 of my $100. So always grab Air Max. Air Max is a good brand. There's a lot of following for Air Max shoes, especially if you get them in men's and the larger sizes. And some of them are big money. Huge money for some Air Maxes. So there's a big following, is what I meant to say. And there's also a big following for the old Nike Shox. If you remember the Nike Shox, just got to make sure none's coming apart. And the best place to look, they get wear around the heel real easily, and sometimes it'll break on through. So always check the heel for the wear on the Nike Shox. These, I believe, are women's, 7.5. So we're going to put in the style code 337775. Then the colorway was 001. All right, and let me show you on that tag. And also these tags. Now this tag's an older tag, so the number's up here at the top. And they also have a date on them when they came out. So these came out in 08. So those will be right under there. It's basically a production date, I guess you could say. 3/12/08, and then the other one is 06/14/08. So I think those are like production dates, if I am not mistaken. So the Nike Shox does have some wear, but they don't make them anymore, and there's a good following for them. So let's see. This one went for $15, but then the next one went for $47. The $15 was an auction. That's why I don't like auctions. You're only going to get about a third of what an item is worth, unless it's like a super rare collectible item. But you're just average items, you're only going to get about a third of what they're worth if you put them up for auction. So I only use auctions for high, very rare items, like in my past video, like some of the rap CDs, indie artists that I find, or I use it just to clearance off items to clean out my store. So something like this I'd put in my store. One went for 47 in the store, 38. Take minus the shipping there, about 35, 35, 36. So I'll put these up in my store for about $39 with the best offer and see what we get for them. So Nike Shox, always grab the Nike Shox. There's a following for those and the Air Max. All right, these other shoes I just grabbed because they were going to be super cheap. Let's see, Nike Zoom Structure 18 men's. These might not be, these are not desirable, but I figured for the cheap price I'm getting them at, I'm going to be able to make some money, and the tag is war. I cannot get the style number off there, but thankfully it's got the name. So Nike Zoom Structure shoe, and I type show instead of shoe like I always do. All right, so we're going to pull up, see if we can find this model, and we're going to see if somebody else could get the number off of their shoe. There's one, but that's a woman's. This is a man's. Zoom Structure. There's a bunch of different models, year models. So we're just going to hit sold and just give see a roundabout dollar figure. Come on. I'm not seeing this one in, let me type in men's since there's some women's also. 393 up here. You would think I'd run across it right quick like, but apparently not. My guess is these are going to be about a $15 to $20 shoe. And if I could find one, I would know for sure, but I'm not finding one. That one's a little different. A lot of models. What model year is this? I can't even see the model year, can I? 14. Humdy, 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 humdy. All right, there's one. There's a blue one. Men's 12.5. This is a men's 13. It sold for $32 at auction. So these might be worth a little bit more than I thought. Oh, there's another pair. Sold for $13. So I'll probably put them up for like 25 bucks in my store. All right, next. I always grab just the generic New Balance, Asics, and all those shoes. And I'm not even going to bother looking this one up yet because that'll take all day because the tag is completely worn off. I'll just look it up by the title later. These probably going to be a $10 to $15 shoe would be my guesstimation. We got some cool Adidas. Kids Adidas, the Pro models. Now on Adidas, the number is a little bit different. With Nike and Jordan, you don't have to type Nike and Jordan in. You can just type the number and it'll come up. But with Adidas, their numbers are a little different, so you got to type in the number or the name of the shoe also. So we got the Adidas, and their number is going to be the ART number there. If it'll focus, 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 focus. Starts with an S. It ain't gonna focus. Anyway, S85962. Figured these are not gonna be much. Let's see. These are all new. New, it's about a $30 to $45 shoe. And there is actually none sold in the used department. So let me go live. Pre-owned 4 pairs. And they got them from $23 to $35. I'll probably put it up for just $19.99. In the store. In the store. Basic Asics. Let's type in this number. This is a longer number. Heard my buddy out there barking. Alright. Let's go into sold. Find the colorway. Pre-owned $30. $26 for auction. So I'll probably put up for about 35 bucks in my store. Decent condition. Asics. $35 make you holler. This brand I should have looked up because I'm not familiar with them, but I just took a chance. Rika. I am not familiar with Rika. I don't even know if I've ever sold a pair before. And let's see, that's got a little sticker over. That's a long number. 21040 WWSM, if that is the correct number they go under. And nothing come up. There could be that other long ass number. So let's just type in the name. Rika ULTIMA Run Low. So there we go. We got this. People's got them up. Used anywhere from $14 to $20. Not this colorway though. One sold for $15. I'll just put them up in the store probably. Nobody has this colorway. I'll put it up for $20. Best offer. See what we get. What's next? Alright, I grabbed this because it was only $1. Buzz Lightyear! Oh, Disney on Ice. I did not notice that. Let's see what the Buzz Lightyear goes for. I got a weakness for toys. I'll buy this just to play with if I can't sell it. Because that's just how I roll, because... Imp. Good Lord, James. You don't know what the hell you're typing, do you? Type Lightyear twice instead of Disney on Ice. And sound effects, something. Let's see, that ain't coming up. Buzz Lightyear Disney on Ice. Da-da-da-da. So if you want to look at that, start looking at my mug. My mug. Speaking of mug, there's a Buzz Lightyear mug. Disney on Ice. There's one, it's all white. Brand new, sold, best offer. They had $28.88. They took a best offer on it. What'd they call it? That'll help me narrow it down. Maybe since it's new, they got the official name. Wrist Blaster. That sounds pretty right. So let's type in wrist. So that's the only one that came up sold under that name. None underused. Or active, I should say. I'll put in the store. $20, best offer. See what happens. Pay $1, but it averaged $2.29. Because I do averages. I grab this. This is what that name, I believe, is synonymous with child stuff. So it looks like a kid's, it says MP3, so it looks like a kid's MP3 music sleep thing that they would fall asleep to. Soothing sounds to make the baby relax. So let's see what we got. First one that pops up, auction, 1 day left. It's at $45. Buy it now, 61, 41. What are they selling for? 49, 46, 52, 40, 30, 41. Cool. So I'll put it up for about $42.99 best offer and see what happens, if not $44.99. And there's almost half of my money spent just on that. So an average $229. $229. Why don't we get us some clothes? I just grabbed these. I'm not 100, I'm not huge on clothes yet. I'm still on the learning curve, but there's a lot of stuff I know to grab, but sweaters and name brands is not one of them. So let's see what I got here. I grabbed that because it looked vintage and it says made in Canada. It's had a nice cool pattern on it. So I'm not familiar with this brand. James, you're gonna look everything up? Maybe. Maybe I am. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this brand sold sweaters, vintage, $39, $39, 99 cents. That was new. And that one don't say vintage, but it kind of looks vintage. $9.09, $25. That one looks more the similar of this. $49, $34, $35, $26, $19. So I love the pattern on this, diamond shaped. $12, $10. They're kind of just all over the place. Some cool looking colors though. If you type that brand in, if you want to look yourself. But I'll probably put it in the store for like 25 bucks. Smells good too. For an old sweater. So I'll probably put that in for like 25 bucks. See what we get out of that. This I took a chance on because it said London and it still had a tag. So kind of a cool little sweater. If you're like the preppy type. Sweater vest, I guess you call that. Austin Reed. Austin Reed. And it says Pima cotton. P-I-M-A. Pima. There's a couple. $29, $24, $26. There's another blue one, but it don't have the cross stitch. Q. Those are asking though. Sold. They got different tags on them, so I'll have to look up this tag and see what year it is, I guess. Plus mine's new. So, maybe a $15 item. We'll see. I ain't gonna get all into it. I'm gonna stop looking up because this video is gonna take forever if I look everything up. So we got a Nike Pro Combat shirt. Very cool. Very cool. Not 100% on what these go for. I think they wear them underneath their baseball uniforms or something, if I'm not mistaken. So what else we got here? This is a jacket from, let's see, it's Pebble Beach jacket. There's the tag. Should have the emblem on there, does it? I guess it's just on the sleeve. So the Pebble Beach crest. Boom. This was a cool vintage looking sweater. Townsley. Rome, Paris, New York. Cool looking vintage sweater. Love it. I got this because it still had the tags on it and it looked vintage. An Alaska sweatshirt, fleece sweatshirt, I guess. CH Sports brand. Old $35 price tag on it. Kind of cool. Now we'll get into the little building block stuff. If you watch my old videos, this is cool. Graphics alone. It's a haunted house, I'm assuming. Scare house. That is cool. Cool stuff there, man. Cool beans. Mizzou. Got tons of Mizzou in my store, but that was a little unique, so I grabbed it. T-shirts are only $1, but obviously with the average, $2.29. Resort and Spa. Definitely a vintage T-shirt in like new condition. I don't think anybody's ever wore that. Of course, me with hockey, Nike hockey shirt, USA Hockey. Eric Johnson, number 6. Used to be on the Blues, now with Colorado Avalanche. We got here, yeah, simple Grinch thing, no biggie there. I probably shouldn't have grabbed this, but I did anyway. What do we got here? This was cool. KRS Jet Center. Anything to do with private jets does really well for me. Usually sells pretty quick too. Hats, shirts, and let's see, Billabong shirt. Not too familiar with Billabong, but I got a few things in one of my old last picks, some jackets that were pretty expensive, so I grabbed that. This I'm not familiar with. I grabbed her because she's definitely old. I'm guessing she's a workout doll. She's got the eyes that close when she lays down. I didn't see a quick name on her when I looked. She's the old style, so I'll have to do some digging and see if I can find out more info on her. Or if you know, go ahead and say below. A rust bear. Probably not worth much. Probably maybe 15 bucks, 20 maybe if I'm lucky. But there's a lot of stuffed animals out there. A lot of people pass and don't even look at stuffed animals. There's a lot of money in stuffed animals. My highest one was maybe a $60 one, and that was just a gun bear, I believe it was. Any of the little Disney dolls, I always get those, especially when you find them with the tags still on them. They usually sold them at the Disney store. This was probably on ice, a Broadway edition. Yep. So, cute. What it'll be worth, I'm not sure. Maybe 10 bucks. Then a couple of Dumbos. Whenever I see collections, I grab. So I started digging, found big Dumbo. Right underneath them was little Dumbo. So I dug around and looked around the whole entire store for more Dumbo stuff, because usually when people drop off collections, it could range from stuffed animals to toys to shirts to everything. It wasn't quite a collection, but at least we got 2 Dumbos. I'll put them in together. I'll look them up. 20, 25 bucks probably. Not 100%. Some of them can be rare, depending on if they were released. This is Disney Baby, so that may help out with finding the value. So that's it. That's everything, except for the CDs I bought, which I'm going to throw in my car for myself. And that's all I picked up. So that will be in my store soon. I'll get the pictures done today and probably get them listed today so I can make my money back, because I like making my money back within 24 hours. So even if I have to move a few items cheaper than I would like, my goal is always to make my money back within 24 hours. So that's what I will be doing over the next 24 hours, is working this merchandise to move it, because then I got my money back and everything else is profit. So if you like below, put all my links below, urban-picker.com, my Instagram, Facebook, follow me here, there, everywhere, I don't care. And I'll talk to you guys later and see you next time on my next video, whether it's a shoe video or a goofy video or whatever the hell video I decide to make. That's what I do, because that's what I do. I just be me and enjoy life. I'll go back to Hawaii. All right, later.